All right, so out of the ashes, Will Smith has something to tell us. I'm very interested to know what that is. But before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It does say in my analytics that 98% of people who watch the video don't subscribe. Hit the subscribe button, support your boy. But without further ado, let's go ahead and check out this video. Play. There we go. It's been a minute. Over the last few months, I've been doing a lot of thinking and personal work. You asked a lot of questions that I wanted to take some time to answer. Okay. What you got for us, Will? He still looks stressed out.
Why didn't you apologize to Chris in your acceptance speech? I was fogged out by that point. It's all fuzzy. I've reached out to Chris, and the message that came back is that he's not ready to talk, and when he is, he will reach out. So I will say to you, Chris, I apologize to you. My behavior was unacceptable, and I'm here whenever you're ready to talk. I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I saw an interview that Chris's mother did, and that was one of the things about that moment. I just didn't realize, and I wasn't thinking, but how many people got hurt in that moment. So I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I want to apologize to Chris's family, specifically Tony Rock. We had a great relationship. Tony Rock was my man. And this is probably irreparable. I spent the last 3 months replaying and understanding the nuances and the complexities of what happened in that moment. And I'm not going to try to unpack all of that right now, but I can say to all of you, there is no part of me that thinks that was the right way to behave in that moment. There's no part of me that thinks that's the optimal way to handle a feeling of disrespect or insults. After Jada rolled her eyes, did she tell you to do something? No. It's like, I made a choice on my own, from my own experiences, from my history with Chris. Jada had nothing to do with it. I'm sorry, babe. I'm going to say sorry to my kids and my family for the heat that I brought on all of us. To all my fellow nominees, this is a community. It's like I won because you voted for me, and it really breaks my heart to have stolen and tarnished your moment. I can still see Questlove's eyes. It happened on Questlove's award, and it's like I'm sorry really isn't sufficient. What would you say to the people who looked up to you before the slap, or people who expressed that you let them down? So there's two things. One, disappointing people is my central trauma. I hate when I let people down. So it hurts. It hurts me psychologically and emotionally to know I didn't live up to people's image and impression of me. And the work I'm trying to do is I am deeply remorseful, and I'm trying to be remorseful without being ashamed of myself, right? I'm human, and I
I'm glad you
made
said that.
a mistake, and I'm trying not to think of myself as a piece of shit. So I would say to those people, I know it was confusing. I know it was shocking. But I promise you, I am deeply devoted and committed to putting light and love and joy into the world. And, you know, if you hang on, I promise we'll be able to be friends again.
All right, guys. Sorry, I had some technical difficulties. But what I think about this video, I think it's very respectable and commendable that a man can come out. As a man, I respect him for someone coming out not only apologizing but admitting that they're wrong. Because it's one thing to apologize, but it's another thing to admit to what you're apologizing for and what you did wrong. So that's very commendable. I will say this though. I know it's easier to say this when you're not in that situation, but because this is an opinion based YouTube channel and it is something that I noticed, the part where he said that Chris Rock sent back a message basically saying that I will respond to you when I'm ready, when he offered an apology to him. I don't think that part should have been in there. I don't think that part was important here. Um, the main reason is a lot of people can misconstrue that. They can take it as Will Smith is trying to throw some shade at Chris Rock or try to turn Chris Rock into this bad guy, so on and so forth. And I know a lot of people may say, well, that shouldn't matter. But I think that moment, like when you're doing an apology or you're doing something for a sole purpose, like this video, you don't want anything in there to try to take away from it because it looks like he's presenting this to the public. So usually you wouldn't care what people think, but if you're making something for the public, you kind of want to make sure it hits home the task at hand. I think at that point he should have just left it at I reached out and I tried to apologize to Chris Rock and right in front of the camera, I want to let you know, Chris, I apologize. I apologize to your mom, and then just kept going because it would have just been focused on the reason for this video. The other part when I was like, I'm glad he said that because I felt like even though he did say that a part of his trauma is disappointing people, and I understand where he come from because I have a problem with disappointing people. It gets me here and there. Sometimes I make decisions that I shouldn't make based upon the fact that I've disappointed people. So I completely get where he's coming from. But when he was responding to the people who were disappointed in him, I think he has to get to the point where he understands that he's not going to make everybody happy. He came from the era of the 80s and 90s where celebrities were able to hide all the blemishes and most of it that they did unless you did something extremely crazy. For the most part, we didn't know much about the celebrities. That's why a lot of the celebrities back then we put them on high levels because we didn't know much about their personal lives unless it came out in the tabloids or something or unless somebody leaked something. But for the most part, with Will Smith, he was pretty clean. People loved him regardless. But now he's in this era, the social media era, where no matter what you do, if you do something wrong, people are going to take it and they're going to exacerbate it. If you have a small pimple on your face, somebody will zoom into it, take a picture of it, make a meme out of it, and it's everywhere and people are making fun of you. He's in this new era where you can't hide those things anymore. And who he really is starting to kind of unravel. Now, we all know for the most part that he's not a terrible person. Like, it's hard to believe that. I know we don't know celebrities behind the scenes. We don't know what they do, but for the most part, as far as we know he's not a bad person. We know that this was a mistake that he made. Whether you liked it or you disliked it, we know it was a mistake. Even he said it was a mistake. So at this point, I think hopefully he's not doing this to try to preserve his image, but hopefully it's for a genuine thing. Because when you look at his face when he's talking in his video, it looks like something is still ailing him. Like something is still going on. And I know he said he's going through this personal growth, so hopefully it's going in the right direction. Hopefully that work is going, but it still looks like there's something not yet there. He looks stressed out. Maybe he didn't get enough sleep. I don't know, but all I can say is what I see. So hopefully he gets better. Hopefully he gets the help that he needs. He said he has trauma from disappointing people. Hopefully he gets some therapy to get to the root of that issue and then kind of resolve that. And hopefully all of this is him doing this for himself as opposed to the fear of disappointing people. And I understand how trauma works. It's very hard to shake that off. So I'm not going to make it sound like it's easy because it's really not. But I wish, the best for him. What do you guys think about this video? Do you guys think it was necessary or unnecessary? Let me know in the comment section. Let's keep it clean down there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Salute, peace, have a good day.